Hey guys, welcome back. I just unloaded the arcade game and the pinball machine. I've had a couple messages now, people asking me, what do I pick my games up in? I use my work van. So if you look here, my work van it's a little dirty right now because I've been doing so many jobs, but I have, I can stand 3 to 4 arcade games up in here. Or I can lay, 1 or 2 down. So I usually stand them up depending on how many I'm picking up. So let's take a look at what we got here. So we got a Tato for 50 bucks. Look at how the cabinet's been cut. See that? This is a space dungeon. All right. But you're like, well, what the hell are you going to do with the pieces that are missing? Somebody was smart enough to take those pieces and screw them inside the cabinet so that they can be put back onto the cabinet. So we're going to fix that by reinstalling those. Artwork, I'm not sure if I might tape it off and touch it up rather than having to do a stencil kit. You know what? Why not just tape it off and we'll just repaint it? I'm probably gonna put it back into a space dungeon. Why not? I mean, that's what it was. I don't want to change it to something that it wasn't. I mean, I paid $50 for this. Came with a coin door. The coin door bucket. Both parts, the metal part and the bucket itself. Came with a piece of clear glass, which that's not a big deal. And it came with the marquee brackets and the marquee light. So, in my opinion, $50 was a really good deal on this because of what it came with. The other thing I picked up right here is a Hyperball pinball. Okay, this is complete. It has the glass right there for the playfield. The only thing it's missing is the speaker grill and the marquee, and the back glass. Now all the boards are inside of this. Let's take a look at it. And this looks like, I don't know if that's been cut or if it's supposed to look like that. I don't really know. How does this thing open? We latched here. Might be stuck. Let me get a tool here, see if we can't get it open. So see if we can tap that up a little bit. This should hinge open. Okay, so looks like we're missing one board right here. So the wires are hacked. We're gonna have to fix that. Whether or not I make a new harness or I find one, I'm not sure. I know very, very little about pinball. This is pretty bowed, but I don't know that will matter. I could probably straighten it out. But yeah, they really hacked the wiring up, and I don't know why, what the reasoning was for that. But this is the soundboard here, I know that. This is the power supply, or part of it. A lot of these components were used in the upright arcade games. I'm guessing I don't know what goes there. I'm sure you guys, pinball guys, know this stuff. I don't. I will figure it out. We're going to get this thing back up and running. The cabinet itself and the artwork is in really good shape. Look at the side art. I mean, I can easily touch that up. Both sides. Got nice black legs, which we can just sand and repaint them black. But I mean, the artwork is in incredible shape. I paid $100 for this. It had to be worth it, you know what I mean? Let me see if I can remember, how does a playfield lift up? Is there a locking mechanism for this? It appears not. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure this all out. I know nothing about it. I don't think anything's hooked up in here. Good thing is I have a couple buddies that are pinball guys, and they can give me a hand with this, which I will definitely need a hand. Why they cut this thing to hell and back, I don't know. I don't know what people were thinking. But, so I believe this goes in this area here to catch the balls, maybe. We have the coin door. Okay, so we have the coin door. We have the circuit board that was missing inside the back. We have the circuit board. So that is awesome. So we actually have all the boards now. We have some pictures here. That was in the cabinet. So clearly this is definitely going to help me figure out what goes where and how it goes. We got some wiring schematics here, which is awesome. That will definitely help me. Yeah, this is a pretty big project to dive into for the first time ever messing with a pinball, really. We have the control panel here with our triggers. That fits in there. We can clean all this stuff up, guys. This is all cleanable. We have our side rails, which we can polish. Coin door looks good. Our power supply is in here. We have a basket of rusty old balls, which we won't be using. We'll have to get all new balls. But I think there's 50 some balls in this game, but you cannot use a rusty ball. What it'll do is just destroy the playfield. So we even have a set of keys, which somebody drilled the lock out. So that's not going to be any good. I mean, this should be all the wiring harness we need, guys. I don't really think we need much more than this. And this plug, I mean, that should probably fix it all. But luckily, like I said, I got a couple buddies that are into this. The bottom's falling out of this because it's only 1/4 inch thick, and they piled the control panel and the coin door in there, which in turn pops the bottom loose, but that's not a big deal. We can fix that. It's an easy enough fix. You can just see how it's, I actually transported this on the legs because I had enough room in the van, so I was just like, screw it. Let's just pick it up and stick it in there like that. Let's stick the playfield back on. There's the big coin return, or the ball return mechanism down here. Now, a buddy of mine actually had one of these and said that one of the main problems with this is he had it in his arcade, and what would happen is a solenoid would overheat, or a transistor would overheat and blow out because of, you know, the rapid firing of the balls. You know, more of a home use would be better because you're not going to be beating the shit out of it for hours at a time. You know what I mean? Looks like all the wiring inside of here is pretty much intact, which is awesome. Now we got some of this wires, which I wonder if these must go to the head, is my guess. It's like all this goes up to the head. Why did somebody cut these? The only thing I can think of is maybe somebody took the plug ends and used them for a different game, which is fine. I mean, it's not a big deal. We can definitely make new plug ends and stuff like that. I'm just happy that I found the other circuit board that was missing. I don't know exactly what they call these boards. Let me see if there's a name on this one here. If they have a name on this one to say what it is. I believe this runs all the solenoids on the board, I believe. But I could be very mistaken, guys. So take this as for what you will, because I don't know. Good thing is like this plug is on here, and it's showing me all these wire colors. And the good thing is I have a lot of striped wires in the basement, so we can technically remake this harness. It's going to be some work, for sure, but we can do it. And I wanted to get into doing some pinball, but I might have dived in a little bit deeper than I should have on the first one, but you know what? Screw it. What's it matter? I mean, the boards actually look pretty decent. I don't know that, you know, I don't know what the story is on this game as to why it was taken apart like this. Actually, I think this goes like this. Kind of a pain in the ass, if you ask me. I think it goes on an, yeah, it goes on an angle on the second set of rails, like this. But how do you get them on there? How do you get it in there? Like that. And then this flips up like this. And I don't know if, oh, this catches the balls and rolls them right into the chute. Okay, I get it. Let's stick the playfield back in. I think the playfield looks really good. It looks like everything's on the back side here. Let me flip around the playfield so you can see the back side of it. And if anybody's familiar with this game, please reach out to me and let me know. Luckily, actually both of my buddies had this. They actually had the same machine. My one buddy sold it to my other buddy who has an arcade PlayPort. And he had it in PlayPort for a while, but he was experiencing that issue because kids would just play it repeatedly over and over, and it would overheat and blow out the transistor. He's the one that told me that. So the guy that he bought it from is another buddy of ours, and he's the actual one that had it first. So between both of them and me, we should be able to figure this out so that we can get this thing working again as it should. But looks to me, as everything's here, and it looks pretty clean, I would say. I don't think it looks messed up from what I'm looking at. I mean, but once again, I really don't know what I'm looking at. Other than, that's a lot of work. The playfield looks pretty decent. It's like it's a real thick plastic, which is cool because it technically could get buffed out depending on how scratched it is, but to be honest with you, it actually looks pretty good. Let me stick this up here carefully without breaking stuff on the backside. I actually got to take that control panel off. Yeah, that's all I need to do is start bending all that shit and having shit touch each other. It's not going in there all the way. I think that it's got to go up higher in the back. So might be missing something back there because this is in the way, or maybe this. Oh, that scoots in behind there. I see. This, if it slides forward like that, and then it goes back. I had it on this lip right here. It goes behind the lip. Now, this should go back all the way. There we go. Okay. And then this hooks up in here. So, like I said, it's 90% there as far as all the parts. Let's take a look at the playfield. I got a microfiber towel here. Kind of wipe the dust off. I think it's actually pretty damn good. I mean, I can run the buffer on it and buff it up and it'll look brand new. But it might not even need to do that. This is all yellowed. Don't know if we can clean that up or not. Don't know where that came. Oh, it came from up here. It's missing some of those. It's actually missing nuts that hold, well, these don't even have nuts. I guess this rubber is kind of like the nuts. I'd imagine all this stuff is sourceable. You can probably find all this stuff. I know pinball, there's pretty much a lot of stuff available for pinball. But that's pretty much it, guys. Those are the two pickups. So we're gonna make a space dungeon. Why not? We got it. And let me know what you think. I think we can totally save that side art. Let me grab real quick my drill. Let's take those pieces out, those side pieces, and see if they fit. Ugh. Gotta grab a Phillips drill bit here. 1 second. So they rounded this edge here, but we can fix that. We can make this work, guys. We can totally fix this. 100%. That's awesome. You know, when I first picked it up, until I had it in the van, I didn't even know those pieces were in there. I just thought they threw them away. But what a smart idea. Even the plastic rails are in there for the glass, which is good. Actually, I might even have the back piece of metal for the glass. I do. I actually have the Z-bar, which holds the glass on the back side from flopping down. So I need to get this stuff. Oh, great, I just broke the cabin. So what we're gonna probably do is use a biscuit joiner or a dowel, wooden dowels, and we'll drill them, glue them, put them in there, get the artwork to line back up, and whatever's left as far as holes like that, we'll fill in with short strand fiberglass, and it'll work out good. Let's just check the other piece real quick, and then I'm gonna look at the head on the pinball one more time and then wrap this up. So they cut one side different than the other. This one's actually looks like it's missing a lot more. But once again, if we have the corner part, we can make the rest of it work. So we're missing more on this side. As you can tell, we're missing quite a bit on this side. So we're gonna have to get a little creative there, but we have the other side to go off of. So, all right, guys, that's gonna end this pickup video. I wanna show you something real quick here. Actually, let's look at the head one more time. Just get a little bit better look at that. I wonder if I can make a new board right there. It'd take a bit of work. Or maybe I can flatten it out somehow by taking the display out and the bulbs out. Maybe I can, I don't know, lay it flat and put some weight on it or something. But so this board goes right here. It's some place right there. I don't know how. I'm guessing that there are ribbon cables or something that goes between here and there. Once again, I don't know. But so we have, looks like a lot of the plugs they left, but they cut the wiring out. So I don't understand it. I'm guessing that big this capacitor, that big one right here goes there, that blue one. But other than that, that's pretty much it. So, oh, let me show you the what I found, which I couldn't believe I found it this morning. It was this morning when I found it. So, when I was leaving this morning, I came back here and I was gonna make a short video. Well, I didn't end up making it because my Bluetooth connected to my van and it didn't have audio, so I had to take the video down. But when I was out here this morning before I left for work, in the driveway sat my my HV diode for the black and white TV for Space Encounters, including this with the spring inside. So we can take this and put the other end in. Now I just need to put an anode cup on there, which I have extra anode cups with the metal piece from old flybacks in the house. So I'll put one of those on there. We'll be able to get that monitor hooked up and maybe we'll get lucky and it'll turn on. I don't know. But I was very excited that I found this, because what I was going to do is order one of these from Arcade Shop and then just have to make my own stuff, you know what I mean, to make it work. I talked to Jason about it and he said I could use any diode that Arcade Shop sold. And he said to make sure that the white stripe goes towards the monitor. So this goes towards the anode cup. So you got to make sure you put it in that direction. So we're going to work on this here shortly. I'm going to upload this pickup video and move this stuff around. And then we're going to work on Space Encounters just to see if we have any life in it as far as the boards. I'm sure the power supply is probably shot. But if we can maybe get the monitor to turn on or something, we'll see what happens. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Thanks for watching.